You're seeing students there complaining, sir, that some students are hardly getting 3 to 4 days to prepare for the same subjects that other students will get 23 to 30 days. Isn't that prima facie unfair and unequal way of conducting an exam a recipe, sir, for chaos?
Rajdeep, certainly I wouldn't use words like chaos, unfair, because this is the time when the students are preparing for an important event in their life. They are going to write the Common University Entrance Test. I think as teachers, as parents, as media persons, we should allay their fears. If there is anxiety, if there are questions in their minds, we need to clear them.
No, so please clear these questions. Sir. Students are saying that the same set of subjects, they will have 4 days to do it and others have 23 days. That does, that, as I said, prima facie seems unfair.
Rajdeep, there are major entrance tests in our country, such as JEE and NEET. There also large number of students participate. But in NEET, for example, there are only 3 subjects that the students write, physics, chemistry, and biology. In JEE, only maths, physics, and chemistry. But if you look at CUET, there are 27 domain subjects, and the students can write 2 language papers and a general test. So if you look at our higher education, there are nearly 4 crore students, and out of that, 70% of the students, they study BA, BSc, and BCom. Only 30% of the students are in engineering, medicine, law, agriculture, and other disciplines. So therefore, the diversity of the students, the diversity of subjects is very large in CUET. And that's the reason why we need to spread out this examination over a period of a few days in phase 1 and another few days in phase 2. And as far as the unfairness that you are referring to, because some students have the exams earlier and some students have later, there is no need for worrying about this, because when the evaluation is done, when the percentiles are calculated, they will be calculated for each batch of students who are writing on a particular day in a particular subject. Therefore, there is no cause for concern here.
There are those who are saying, though, that more than knowledge of subjects, this is going to be a test of stamina. Ability to stay at high focus levels for a few hours. Within the space of 3 or 4 hours, they'll have half a dozen subject multiple choice questions, yes. But that's a lot of pressure. You've already finished your 12th standard exam and now you're putting more pressure on the students.
This is where, Rajdeep, we need to tell our students that for CUET, only the 12th standard syllabus will be used for setting the question papers. And the students have just finished their board examinations, and whatever they have studied, it is fresh in their minds. I would like to add a couple of things here, because some of the students have expressed their concern about, for example, if there are rains and floods, what will happen to us? Will exams take place? I would like to assure the students that if such a thing happens, if the district administration confirms that the exams could not be held because of these reasons, we will reschedule the examinations for such students. And there are also questions about,
Sir, just a minute. Yeah. The problem that is, from what you're saying, it seems to me that you have ended the significance of class 12 exams. For me, for people like us who went through school, 12th standard exams were important, what marks you got. Now that doesn't seem to matter if you have to get into a college of your choice. You will only allow the coaching institutes to thrive once again. Now there will be coaching institutes for the CUET exam. I'm just trying to understand what sense this makes. You seem to believe that the present system has broken down and therefore you need to fix it. Is that the reason why you've decided to go with the CUET?
No, I have never said the present system has broken down. All that I am saying is, earlier we were using skyrocketing board scores, 99% and 100% for university admissions. But now all that is past. Even if the students get less percentage, or if there are variations, whether the student gets 80% or 85%, that's not going to affect their admission process. And also, Rajdeep, let me tell you that if you look at the board performance of the students who join in IITs, for example, almost every student, more than 99% of the students, they get above 75% in their board exams. That shows clearly that our students are not neglecting their board studies just because there is an entrance examination. And why single out CUET? We do have multiple entrance examinations in our country. We have JEE, we have NEET, and the kind of coaching that you are saying, that has been there for a long time in our country.
Okay.
Just don't blame only CUET for the coaching industry.
Before I widen this, I will ask you one last question before you leave us. That are you telling me that if I appear in the phase in July, my marks will be different to those who appear in August and get more days to prepare? Are you saying that allowance will be made for the fact that I have had only 4 days versus 30 days, yes or no?
You see, what we are going to do is calculate the percentile for each set of students. Therefore, whether you are writing now or later, it should not really matter. And looking at the number of subjects and the number of choices that we have given to the students, it is necessary to spread the exam over a period of a few days in phase 1 and also a few days in phase 2.